I am Sterling Steffen,
Alana Steffen.
and together we are the founders and operators of Trademark Brewing.
When I first met Sterling on our first date, he mentioned there was one thing that I had to know about him. Of course, dating in LA, you never know what that's going to be. And he was really into home brewing. Little did I know that that meant one day we were going to open Trademark Brewing.
We were drawn to this building after a long and exhaustive search throughout the greater Los Angeles area. When we found this space, however, it was dramatically larger than we were looking for, but it was so neat, had so much potential that it was something we could not pass up. It's not very often that you find 32-foot ceilings with skylights on a major street with a storefront and a warehouse that can do all of this. Creating a brewery in a 1930s, 1940s building that's mostly been neglected recently is no small task.
There was a lot of work that needed to happen, and to keep it all organized and on time as best as possible.
Hi, I'm Michelle Molina from Millworks. Okay, well, the work that we did to this building was the fun part. We got to clean. And then bringing in E&E Construction, who really focus on the environmental piece, analyzing everything with a company called NSafe, replacing all the asbestos-laden glazing on all of those windows. It was months.
Some elements of the preservation of the building were relatively easy and turnkey, in the sense that the building speaks for itself, it's beautiful, just don't mess it up. Other elements are more challenging. A favorite story is the marquee sign in front, which now is adorned with neon letters. It's original, it's been there forever. When we first took the building, it was a little bit in decay. What we found out later on, though, is that it had been infested by pigeons and bees. And the poor guys that had to work on this found about 100 pounds of guano and about 100 pounds worth of honey that all had to be removed before they could finally actually seal up the sign, apply the letters, paint it, the whole works.
So the second floor, we also made some updates and preservations. The floors are original for the mezzanine level, which will be our future event space. We also have a conference room that uses the original doors, as well as we did our best to match the trim around all the windows.
The floors in this building are really interesting. Actually took a lot of research to figure this out. Most of the concrete in the building is original. It's the color green, and there was a material they used way back when called metal drop that they would throw onto wet concrete to harden it and densify it, but also give it this green color. What we found early in the process is if we sanded that and polished it slightly, it was beautiful because you would get into the aggregate, and we were able to preserve that throughout the tap room and in most of the warehouse. So the building was originally used for automotive since inception. The front of the building was the entryway for service, and there was a little ticket window and a roll-up door. So we were able to kind of embrace that and utilize that for the tap room. By being able to find a place like this and use it and kind of preserve some of the heritage was a great honor and an opportunity. And I think it also, to a certain extent, quite honestly, gives us a competitive advantage. We have a unique space, something interesting to see, which people really enjoy and they always comment on when they come in.
With a project of this size, we have a lot of people to thank. To start, Millworks for giving us the opportunity and trusting a startup to come in and build a brewery.
And also, it's worth thanking the city. We've had some great experiences. Development services, there's too many names to list. In business development, Saeed in particular was instrumental. It's been a wonderful experience opening a new business in Long Beach.